Ice cream conversation. Ice cream conversation. Let's go. Forever on the grind all day, every day. Ice cream combos, always real, they never play. Download the podcast, listen on any day. Why didn't I do this sooner? Only thing you ever say. Xaviera, best host of all time. All of the faithful listeners will say they never lie. Check every story they run, like me with the rhymes. When other shows report anything, it should be a crime. Entertainment news, yeah, I gotta get mine from ICC, and you should be inclined to do the same if you got half a mind. I do co-sign this lady to shine like Frankenstein. Cut it the day design. IceCreamCombos.com. Tune in, yeah. This influence by IceCreamCombos.com.
Welcome to the Ice Cream Convos podcast, where we serve delicious scoops of entertainment and celebrity news. I'm your host, Xaviera.
And I'm your co-host, Karla.
And we thank you guys for tuning in today. We are on episode 357. Now, I'm sure you missed us last week.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to take that hit.
Did.
I'm going to take that hit. That's on me.
What do you mean you going to take that hit?
I'm going to take that hit. So listen, guys. So I think I mentioned it in episode 356 that I was headed to New York. Karla, my trip to New York. I just feel like being like, concrete jungle. Where's my microphone, y'all? Hold on.
Here we go.
Hold on.
Here we go. You got it.
Hold on.
You got it. Yeah, you got to tell us about that. Definitely
on.
Want to hear about how that
Hold
goes.
on. Please hold on. Oh, hold on. Hold on. You thought I was playing. Hold on.
Yeah, nah, I knew you weren't playing.
In New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Okay. Y'all see Lil Mama coming out in the back? Y'all see Lil Mama?
Yo, I can't even be. Oh, don't do that. Child, you know that.
Y'all saw Lil Mama
Classic
come out the back?
Moment.
Y'all saw Lil Mama come out. So anyway, guys, all right, so look. So I went to New York for the Blog Her Biz conference. It's an annual conference put on by my amazing and absolutely fantabulous media partners, She Media. And, I always get anxiety, number one, when I'm traveling by myself.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had to get on the plane.
Type of anxiety, yeah.
I'm in New York. I had to get in an Uber, and I was calling my Uber driver, and he's like, "Where are you?" And I'm like, "At the airport." Okay, but where at the airport? So that was interesting.
Okay.
I stayed in Brooklyn, which is, spread love.
Shout out to Brooklyn way.
Yes. Hey, shout out to Brooklyn.
Yes.
So, just really, really quick, a quick recap. Tuesday night, linked up with James. Shout out to James.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you can't go through Brooklyn and not hit.
Yeah, okay, got to hit the general. We went out for drinks and barbecue. Somebody, I ain't gonna say no names, but somebody drank a little bit too much. And then she laid in the bed all night long thinking, Lord, please don't let me wake up with the dookies.
You know what?
I was
What was you drinking?
Friend, it was 2 margarita. It was blackberry margarita, but it had a shot in it. Now. It had a shot in it.
Okay. Yeah, you know you.
But I had 2 of them because I felt like the first one ain't.
You went for 2? You know better.
I was in the Big Apple.
You knew better.
I was in the Big Apple.
Yeah, but listen.
I was in the Big Apple.
And I know they were nice land. Listen.
Them things went down so smooth.
It tastes good.
But by the time I got in the back of that Uber, I was like, is he dry? Are we drifting? Is he driving sideways? So I get to the hotel room. Karla, by the time I got to the hotel room, I was so toe down. Remember that? Remember being toe down?
Toe down, though.
I was toe down. At least I wasn't throwing up. And
all right. Then that's good.
And I didn't pee on myself. But when I tell you, the whole room was just spinning.
Oh, you had to spin. I'm good.
It was spinning. So I was like, Lord, I got to lay down and go to sleep. I don't have no other option. I just got to lay down and go to sleep.
Sleep? Because when you had a severe spin, that's tough.
It is tough because trust me, the moment I laid my head down, I was like, I literally heard my stomach say, Hey, yo, brain, we about to send all this shit back up. And my brain was like, no, hold on 1 second.
Whole conversation, right?
We gonna let her go to sleep. And my stomach was like, I don't know. I'm gonna give you about 30 seconds. You got 30 seconds or I'm sending all this shit back up. I was like, So when I tell you I 1 potato, 2 potato and tried to pray myself to sleep. And how arrogant are we that we will go out and get toe up and then call on God and try to pray to him?
Child, I didn't sing hymns. Up and down the hallway, pacing. When I'm in severe pain, I lie to you not, ask Carlos. I ain't even know I knew all the words to a couple of them. I'm dead serious. You ever notice that when you gotta sing, when you really need to call on God, you remember all the words.
So you be outside the club talking about, hold on, let me get my mic. You be outside the club talking about,
you know what, don't do it.
Amazing grace.
Oh my gosh.
I told y'all this mic is here to stay. I warned y'all that this mic is here. So
we had trouble, y'all.
All right. So the next morning, I woke up. All night long, I just kept waking up periodically like, do I feel like I got to throw up? Do I got the dookies? Do I feel like I got to throw up? Do I got the dookies? So I didn't sleep good at all because the next day I was actually going to the She Media offices to meet with the CEO and the senior vice president, my whole team,
right?
You know, of all the people who just make ice cream convos wonderful. I am going to Manhattan from Brooklyn to meet with these people,
right?
And then I was filming with the CEO for Google. So I'm like, I can't have the bubble guts
and
have
to get it together.
Okay. So I get to the office. Girl. Thank God everything was okay. I got up extra early to give myself time in case my body wanted to be weird.
Okay, smart.
Like, why you being weird with me?
That was very smart.
So I got up extra early to give my body time to go ahead and do what it had to do. And so everything turned out awesome.
Nice.
So I filmed with Google, hung out with my She Media family all day long. And then later that night, we went to Harlem World.
Yes. Shout out to Harlem. Okay.
So we went to Harlem. We went to Red Rooster for dinner.
Okay.
We went to Red Rooster for dinner and we met with, I tell you you already know, the business things, a lot of businessy things transpired.
Big things gone.
Hold on. I got to get my microphone. That's you be like, big things gone. So I know y'all.
You stupid, yo.
I know y'all so sick of me.
We in for it now.
I know y'all sick of me, but no, it was just such a fantastic and amazing experience. I met so many incredible Black female publishers, everyone from the CEO of Essence to LA Dunn, who has launched her own platform called Black Girls Eat. Please go check it out. It's a plant-based platform that she created when members of her family started having health issues just based off their diets, like diabetes and hypertension. And she is super dope. But that's just a tip of the iceberg of the dope people that I met and some business things that went twine that I can talk to you about a little later. But and the food at Red Rooster was fantabulous. It was delicious. It's delicious. So then the next day, which was Thursday, I got up and then I went to the Blog Her Biz conference, which was absolutely fantastic. It was my very first time being able to go to the conference. And a funny story. Years ago, remember when I first started blogging, I used to want to go to this conference all the time, but I couldn't afford it.
Yes, absolutely.
And now I'm here. I'm a part of the team. Not only am I here, I'm a part of the team. I'm posing in the pictures with the squad, like gang. It was just, it was just an amazing experience. Like I will never. Oh, I ain't even gonna do it. I was about to give y'all another rendition of New York. Whew, I ain't even gonna do it.
That's
but
so awesome though. It's so well deserved too.
Yes,
so
it definitely
so awesome. And congratulations to the things that
Thank
you can't necessarily discuss. Up and coming things, y'all will see.
Yeah, y'all know I don't keep no secrets. I'm gonna let you know when the time is right.
Oh yeah.
So just continue to pray for ICC. We are trying to make great moves and do things to continue to grow the brand in so many different ways, shapes, and forms. And just thank you so much just for the way y'all showed up for this podcast. Like our podcast numbers looking stupid.
For real, y'all. That's for real. Y'all showing us a lot of love.
Appreciate
it. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely, especially in these podcast streets, because we don't take for granted, that you listen to us. So we definitely appreciate that. So I just wanted to get those little tidbits out the way. So that is why we missed last week, because a girl was tired and I was on the go so much. I really didn't know what was going on. And that was the strangest part for me, Karla, not knowing what's going on.
Oh, yeah. I know that was driving you crazy.
It drove me insane in the membrane because I did not know what was going on. And it's funny because I go from literally sitting in front of my laptop damn near 24 hours a day to being away from it. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Somebody's probably like waiting on me to tell them what's happening and I don't know what's going on. So yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, but a well-deserved rest though for you too.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, y'all, she go hard. She definitely, you're on there about 24 hours. Girl. If you didn't have to sleep, it'd be 24.
No, we ain't gonna talk about the nights I actually did go 24 when the site used to crash. I can't even speak. When the site would crash, I would literally work 24 hours.
That is so true. Yeah,
and be a zombie
for that too. Yeah.
All right, Karla. So we have a lot to discuss. I tried not to go back too far. I mean, what's in the past is Black history at this point. But we definitely have a lot of things to discuss. In today's show, we're going to get into the latest updates regarding DMX and his family. We're going to give you an update on this couple that showed their Black behinds at Sesame Place. Kelly Price is still having some issues out here in the streets. Fetty Wap.
Oh, man.
Hey, what's up? Hell no.
Yeah, I took that. I don't know why I'm taking it like it's a family member or something. I don't know. I need to get my mind right.
Well, we're going to get Karla some counseling in the meantime. But we just have a lot to discuss. And as always, unfortunately, we have to start out the show with some bad news. Jovita Moore, our beloved Atlanta news anchor from WSB TV, passed away after battling brain cancer. And when I tell you, there are a lot of things, especially dealing with celebrity news and entertainment and regular news for that matter. You come across these stories that just feel like they're a gut punch.
Yeah.
But this Jovita story, man, when I tell you there was not one person in this city that did not love Jovita with their whole heart.
Okay.
Like Jovita just different.
Yeah.
She different. And it's funny because I always remember my grandmother back in the day. She would tell me that sometimes people have a light that's so bright, like that the Lord just want them early. Oh, and it used to scare me with certain people that I love dearly because I used to be like, oh my gosh, their light is so bright. Oh, dear Lord. And it would give me this sense of anxiety.
Yeah.
And Jovita was definitely one of those people who was just a light to the city. Everyone loved her. She just meant so much to all of us. So my sincerest prayers and condolences go out to her family and all who knew and loved her and who will miss her dearly. She will be dearly, dearly missed in the city. Karla, now I have to come up to Philly. I definitely want to take a moment to send our condolences and uplift Freeway in prayer.
Oh, yeah. That's so sad. What a strong man. That's the only thing I can kind of say, like, what a strong. I feel like he's handling himself. Like he's such a strong man. I mean, he lost Jihad, around the same time last. Yeah. So I don't know what it's like. We all say the greatest loss is to, lose a child. You're not supposed to bury a child, but two.
And the thing is, for those of you who may not know, Freeway's daughter Harmony recently passed away. She was 21 years old. Her birthday had just passed in February, I believe. And she was battling cancer, and I was emotionally invested in Harmony's well-being. I don't know how one day I just ended up finding out that she had cancer, following the story. I literally would go check his feed, check her feed, see how she's doing, if she's in the hospital, if she's been released. And she was released from the hospital in August. So I was like, yes. And I was thinking like everything was good. And then he posted video of her dancing. And this is why it's important to read. And I always stress this to y'all who like to come on my social media pages, on the Ice Cream Convos social media pages. Y'all don't read nothing. You look at a picture or you look at the headline and then you tell me what you think. You have no context.
You have to read.
You don't understand anything that's going on. And I was a victim of that myself because when I initially saw his post and I saw Harmony dancing, I thought that it was a recent video of her dancing. She had just got out of the hospital.
Right.
I thought she was doing well. I thought she was doing fine.
Right.
And something told me, I literally liked the post because she was dancing, smiling, beautiful self.
Yeah.
And something said, go back and read what he wrote. And I said, okay, because it might be an update. Maybe something, what are we celebrating? She's dancing.
Right.
And he was like, this video was taken earlier this year. Like, Harmony gone. Oh, Lord. I literally yelled.
Yeah, that was sad. I saw that video and I was just like, it makes you feel so sad.
I yelled out loud in my house. JB was like, what's going on? What's going on? I was like, Harmony. Like, it hurt me because I remember him and Oskino, they lost their sons last year at around the same time. Yeah. Oskino's son passed away in a car accident. Did they ever reveal what happened to Jihad?
I can't remember if they did.
To this day, even when I go back and search, I cannot find out what happened with Jihad.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it was some type of health issue because Freeway has suffered with his own health issues regarding his kidneys. He underwent a kidney transplant. Harmony had cancer. And I'm just wondering, because if it was something, we know the news cycle well enough to know if it was something like he got shot or something tragic, they would have had that junk plastered all over the place.
Yeah, I don't remember. Like I said, I don't know if it was there, but I just can't recall seeing anything.
Yeah, I just can't imagine losing 2 children within 365 days.
Yeah,
less
under the age. That's what I'm saying. Under the age of 30, right? Yeah, because Jihad was
20.
Yeah,
and Harmony's 21.
That's rough. That's really rough. My condolences to him and. You got to pray for strength. Yeah, his whole family, and hope that he gets the support that he needs.
Now, I'm not sure. Were they his only 2 children? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Okay. All right.
They were the ones that he talked about. Like we kind of heard about the most, but you never know. Especially with not judging either with a man, because some probably have children with other, celebrity other. So.
Yeah. So my sincerest condolences to Freeway, his family, everyone who knew and loved Harmony, everyone who knew and loved Jihad. Shout out to President Joe Biden for sending Freeway a letter. And one thing, people have a lot to say about Joe Biden, and I know people feel strongly about him one way or the other, but he didn't have to send Freeway that letter.
No, he didn't.
Because, some people question whether or not President Biden was clout chasing or pandering to the Black community. And with all of the highest due respect to Freeway, it's pandering to Freeway is to get what from us?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Pandering to Freeway? No.
Yeah, right. That doesn't even make sense.
That was a man who lost a child and knows what that loss feels like.
Exactly.
Reaching out to another man who has suffered a catastrophic loss twice.
Exactly. And guess what, y'all? Just like y'all see stuff on Twitter and social media, so does the president.
And he's familiar with Freeway because remember when he was campaigning in Philly, I think Freeway performed.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Freeway's had started a lot of different marches. He's done a couple protests throughout Philadelphia and stuff, worked with some politicians and stuff too. So that makes sense.
Well, Karla, if you run into him in them Philly streets, please give him the biggest hug for me because
I really feel sad for him. But you know what? Like I said, I see a strong man. I really do. Throughout all of this. So absolutely.
All right. So Karla, let's shift gears. Now, this story popped off yesterday and I started getting alerted to it. And of course, like most things, sometimes when big things happen, it hit the streets before the news can take care of it properly.
Oh, yeah. That's most of the time now, depending on where it happened at.
And, I don't like to operate in street talk because, I could end up in court operating off of street talk.
Street talk are the news. We are the news, though. When you talk about it,
y'all are the news. That's why I say the Twitter streets and the Instagram streets. You are right. It is the streets. Yeah. But so yesterday I got alerted to this Alpo Martinez story.
Oh, yeah.
And my first thought, with all no disrespect, I'm just going to say with no disrespect intended, I didn't know he was still alive to begin with.
Oh, I'm
sorry.
Here we
what
go.
Do you want from me? What do you want
he
from
was
me?
a legend in them streets. No, but nah, honestly, like I think I only knew because like I'm like obsessed with like Paid. I was obsessed with like the whole story. Once
Okay.
Paid in Full came, that was like one of my favorite movies. So.
All right, so let me hit people up to date. Then we're gonna dive in. Okay.
Okay.
So Alpo Martinez was like a notorious drug kingpin out of Harlem, who eventually turned into an informant, also known in the hood as a snitch, in an effort to avoid a life sentence in jail. All right. So his story was famously told in the 2002 film Paid in Full, starring Mekhi Phifer, Cameron, and Wood Harris. What it do, baby? Just what it do. So his story was told there, and his best friend, and I just even hate to even call Rich Porter Alpo's best friend, considering how everything went down. But at the time, that's what it was. So it was Alpo Martinez, his best friend, Rich Porter, and their stories were told in the film Paid in Full. So if you have seen Paid in Full, you are familiar with these dudes, even if you're not familiar with these dudes. You saw their story, but you may not have known how it was connected to these gentlemen. Well, Alpo got caught lacking in the streets of Harlem around 3:20 a.m. on Sunday morning. And someone or some persons opened fire on the pickup truck that he was in. He was struck 6 times in the arm, 1 time in the chest, and a bullet actually grazed his face. When police arrived at the scene, they found Alpo gasping for air. Medics came, rushed him to Harlem Hospital, but he could not be saved. He passed away. He was 55 years old.
Crazy.
Now, here's where things get a little wild. Now, I ain't even gonna say a little interesting, just wildly interesting. As I was writing this story, of course, I'm doing my research, right? And I want to understand, because I totally forgot the Paid in Full reference until I was like, oh, Alpo, Paid in Full. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Then it's been such a minute since I've seen Paid in Full. I'm trying to remember, like, damn. What was, okay. All right. So he was Cameron. All right. So, okay. That explains everything. But as I was reading more about Alpo, this dude, and I always try to be careful how I speak on the dead, but this dude was a piece of work. And that's the nicest way I can put it.
Yeah, it is, honestly. And I don't either. But I mean, anyone who knows Alpo, or even if you just watched even though Paid in Full is not an exact story, it's close as far as the characters, but like I honestly compare him to like the East Coast Suge Knight. That's how I would look at it. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's just how, like,
I think he a little worse than Suge Knight.
You think so?
I
just think his is because the people were close to him. I think that's what makes him sound worse, because like I mean, that whole just killing Rich alone, like is
so let's talk about that. For people who aren't familiar with this story, Alpo actually admitted, this is not hearsay, he admitted to killing his air quote best friend, Rich Porter, over $300,000.
Yep. And he showed, like, if anybody's ever watched it, I watched the documentary. He actually takes you on a ride, how it was done. Like, this dude was bold with it. He showed you exactly where it was done, then took you to the ride where they actually took his body. Like, I'm telling you, like, he was a piece of work. Like you said, that's the nicest way to put it.
That's the nicest way to put it. And it's crazy because, I told you guys that he was a kingpin, and then he turned into an informant or snitch, whatever you want to call it. He was released in 2015 into a witness protection program. He was supposed to be living as Abraham Rodriguez of Lewiston, Maine.
Yeah, but that's a setup. That's a setup in itself. Let's be realistic, right? When they put people up in witness protection program, it's usually like Oregon. You put him in Maine, which is literally how many hours away from New York? Like, I feel like they set him up. Like, we're talking about Alpo. Alpo loves to be seen, right?
Yes, he does.
This is a guy that loves the hype. And unfortunately, the hype is what killed his ass. But Maine, when I saw Maine, I'm like, oh my gosh, they wanted the streets to kill him. They knew he was going to take that ride down 95, I think it's 95, to go from Maine to like I'm about to look up the hours. They put a couple states away, but when I seen Maine, I was like, oh.
What was he doing back in Harlem? Someone said, people are saying he got too comfortable.
He has to be there. Anybody watches the movie and it just knows him, he has to be in Harlem. Like, he has to be seen. He could not stay away from Harlem. Like, soon as I seen it, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Like, he did, I think 20 years.
Well, what about Double Jeopardy? Because I literally listen and watch this man run down the names of the people he murdered.
Right.
Like, and he said it like without any hesitation, demonstration. He wasn't worried about.
And a lot of times there were other people involved. Like, for example, he didn't, it was like someone else that like killed Rich.
Right.
And then
Lil Man. He called him Lil Man.
And then when they went to, he claimed he was still alive when they went to go dump his body, and then he put the final bullet in or whatever. But like that, Double Jeopardy is a thing. So, you cannot be, tried again for something that you've already, it's crazy. But I said the same thing. Like, he did so many interviews and I'm telling you, when you watch him take you on that ride, I'm like, it's the craziest thing you'll ever see.
Yapping. Like literally yapping. Once the news began, no remorse whatsoever. Yep. Once the news began to spread about his death, Rich Porter's family grabs a bottle of champagne, some champagne glasses, went to the scene and had a toast. Yeah, they had a toast. His niece, who actually, I guess she told the news media that her name was Laurel. That's where she left it. She said, we waited a long time for this day to come, and we are happy. That's why we're out here celebrating and drinking champagne. Everybody's reaction right now is celebrating. It's a celebration for Harlem, period. Not even my family. And now my uncle can finally rest in peace 32 years later. It's just the pain my mother felt all these years. I've been feeling the pain with her. Every dog has their day. Today was his. I believe in karma, and I'm glad I was here to witness it.
Yeah. And the crazy part of it all, if you watch, like, okay, even when he tells the story about how where he was killed at, it's very similar. Where he killed Rich, it's very similar to how he was killed. Or if anybody that didn't see the documentary, if you want to take it as far as the paid in full, remember when Calvin ran up on him with the bike?
Yes.
I mean, he ran up on Calvin. I'm sorry. Alpo ran up on Calvin in the car and shot. That was, it's very like, oh my gosh, it is. It is. And shout out to what's his real name? Snowfall. Kevin Carroll. He was in Paid in Full too.
Kevin
Carroll. Franklin Daddy was Kermit. Remember he was calling him Kermit? And
but what's crazy is when you think back to Paid in Full, when you think about the cast and everybody, like all the people and where they are now, like they were in this film that's almost 20 years old. Yeah, is it 20? Is it older? Wait,
I don't know why I felt like it was older than that. That's what I'm looking too. But it's a classic. All I know is
19 years. 19 years old.
Yeah.
Speaking of the cast, though, so Mekhi Phifer portrayed Rich Porter in the film. And so Mekhi took to social media and, I guess as the news spread about the killing and what actually happened, Mekhi Phifer actually went on social media to reflect on portraying Rich Porter and Cameron portraying. Now, mind you, in the film, Mekhi's character's name is Mitch, but it's, loosely, it's not, you can't even say loosely based. It is. They only changed the names for legal reasons, probably.
Yeah.
And then Cameron played the role of what was Cameron's role? What was his name?
Oh my gosh! Because I'm so vested in the Alpo.
It's Money Making Rich and Rico.
Yeah, Rico.
And Cameron played Rico, and Rico was Alpo. See what they did right there? Rich, Mitch, Rico, Alpo. See what they did? Okay.
And Ace, they did AZ. It's like Ace. Remember, Harris was Lucky, and then Ace, and then it's it was really AZ.
So Mekhi, he took to social media, and I'm gonna just read a little piece of this, and then you guys can go to Ice Cream Convos and actually see the post for yourself. But he said, we had an obligation to do these brothers justice. I'm just happy we were able to have the honor of doing so. I never actually met Rich. I was much younger during that time, but got the essence from their friends and family when I chose to do the role. I grew up knowing the legend of these cats and had to represent humanity in the choices they made. Now, this is the most important part of this entire post. He said, hopefully lessons were learned and not glorified in any way.
Wow. Yeah, that I'm glad he said that, because Alpo was glorified. If you think about it, Alpo made a lot of money off of just his story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think he did a couple little films and things like that, independent films and different things like that. So, and we kind of glorify drug kingpins.
Yeah. I mean, listen, you had Denzel Washington playing what's old boy name?
And Training
American Gangster.
Oh shoot. Yeah, Frank White. Yeah, Frank White.
See? So,
true.
I mean, that's what we do.
Listen, the bad guy.
I ain't gonna act like I ain't love Nino Brown. I ain't want to be in CMB. We all we got. We say it every week when we do the podcast.
Yes.
I mean, it just is what it is. But you know, I always tell people that this type of lifestyle, like the gangster lifestyle and the drugs and the money and the killing and all that, it is very intriguing to me from a very, very safe distance. Right. It is intriguing to me. Like I watch Gangland every time they drop a new episode. I watch Vice. I love watching and trying to understand and make sense, because I always say, y'all wasn't scared. Y'all wasn't scared.
Right.
Like it take a different type of soldier, a different type of somebody, a build in somebody in your system to live that type of lifestyle.
Yeah. Always looking over your shoulder. And I don't know how they do it.
Looking over your shoulder and peeping around corners.
Yeah.
My mind playing tricks on me. You know, but you know, it's always sad when someone gets killed, but then it's like when the person has been
and taken so many lives. He's taken so many different lives. And then, you know, that family went too much. And remember, he was being accused of taking the nephew too, even though that came out it wasn't him.
Yes.
But so that family went through a lot. They lost Rich, and then they also lost
Donnell.
Yeah.
Donnell. He was actually was Donnell Rich's baby brother or the nephew? Because from what I understand,
it was his brother. It's his brother. His uncles killed him. It was his brother. I'm sorry. It was his two uncles that.
Donnell was just 12 years old. In case you aren't familiar with the story, Donnell Porter was 12 years old. He was kidnapped, held for $500,000 ransom, and he was killed before Rich could come up with the money. Yeah. It was initially believed that Alpo was responsible for the kidnapping, but it was later found out that it was Uncle Porter.
Yeah, it found out to be two of them. The one that was living with him, and then it was like another uncle.
Wow. But they touch on that in Paid in Full. If you haven't seen the film, they actually touch on that in Paid in Full as well. So that's part of the storyline in Paid in Full. But I don't know if Harlem woke up this morning like, can you feel a brand new day? I don't know.
I think they did.
I don't know. But they did say that Alpo had family members that came out to the scene and they were crying and upset. And that's the thing that I tell myself sometimes, the worst people in the world got somebody who love them and a family.
Absolutely. Yep.
You know?
So.
But meanwhile, back at the ranch, the Porter family was popping bottles and honoring the life of Rich and honoring the life of Donnell. So it's just sad, and it's just so cold. It's cold out here in these streets.
It is. It really is. It's. I don't know, but the gun violence is out of control. Like when you think about it, like I saw the video, you don't see him in it getting shot, but you hear the gunshots, and it was like people out in the street. Like anybody could have been hit by those gunshots.
Wow. Well, I'm gonna watch Paid in Full tonight. All the talk about Paid in Full and everything. But if you want more on this story, if you actually want to hear the audio of Alpo detailing, it's disturbing. If you actually want to hear the audio, it is on icecreamconvos.com. If you want to see Mekhi Phifer's post in regards to his role in Paid in Full, that is also on icecreamconvos.com. I will link everything in the description so it's easy access for you. So if you want to go ahead and pause the podcast and go check it out and then come back and finish, cool. If you want to wait till the end, that's fine as well. So Karla, let's go ahead and take a break. Okay. And when we come back, I want to give you an update in the situation regarding DMX's estate. I want to tell you about some good news for Lamar Odom. Some
Okay.
good news. Because, you
I
know,
like
we
Lamar.
typically don't have good news when it comes to Lamar
No, we
Odom.
don't. And I like Lamar. So I'm happy to hear
Yeah.
we got some good news.
I like Lammy too. So we're going to have some good news regarding Lamar Odom. And then I want to touch on Jada Pinkett Smith, Lord Jesus. We're going to touch on that real quick. Karla said, oh my gosh.
Guys, it's like these, you know how I feel, but we definitely got to talk about it.
All right, guys. So we are going to go ahead and take a break. Go ahead and grab something to drink, grab a snack, take a potty break, and we will be right back. All right, guys, we are back. Thank you so much for listening. We hope you are enjoying the show thus far. So, Karla, I do have an update in this DMX estate situation. Now, you remember after DMX passed away suddenly, there was a lot of family members petitioning in order to be the administrator of his estate. Now, at the same time, you know, some people are saying, well, what estate was they filing to administer? Because, you know, we all know that DMX, you know, at the time of his death, you know, some people, well, I ain't even gonna say we all know, because we don't know. There was a lot of chatter. That's what we'll say. There was a lot of chatter regarding DMX's estate and how much money was actually there, how much money was not there, how many kids, how many kids are it?
Right.
How many?
We always do that. I don't understand why our culture does that. We did it with Michael Jackson. He's broke. Michael Jackson died broke. Like, no. You don't remember that when Michael Jackson died?
I do remember. I do remember. But you know, we so funny because we will holler somebody died broke when we living broke.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Don't talk to me about how I died when you living broke.
That's what I'm saying. Word.
And your edges is sketchy. But anyway, so a judge recently ruled that DMX's ex-wife, Tashira Simmons, and their eldest sons, Xavier Simmons, shout out to Xaviers of the world, Sean Simmons, and Tacoma Simmons, they will all be co-administrators of his estate. So that's a good thing. I feel like that's a good call. But here's where it gets fishy.
Okay.
Not fishy, but here's where it gets interesting. That's the word. That's a better word. Because y'all stay on me now. You could have used the better word when I'm writing my blog post. We're going to come back to that.
Right.
Put a pin in that, Karla. Remind me to come back and talk to the people who say I can use better words.
Okay.
So with that being said, back in June, when everyone was initially filing their petitions to be, you know, the administrator of DMX's estate, his fiance, Desiree Lindstrom, do you know or do you recall that she filed paperwork asking a judge to recognize her as DMX's common law wife so that she would have seniority over everybody, all his youngins, his exes from Christmas past and Halloween past? She wanted to be declared his common law wife.
Okay.
And the judge was like, no, boo, no.
How long were they together?
3 years.
Okay. Yeah. She was stretching that. Because, you know, that was like 6-7 years. It was a reach.
How long? I mean, don't you got to be together?
6-7 years. I'm not sure. I know here in Pennsylvania, it's maybe 10 at the most. It's not long. I've actually, you can look it up. I think it's different for each state.
Google, how long do you have to be together to be considered common law marriage?
Every state doesn't recognize it either.
According to NPR, it's time to start considering yourselves common law married, a sort of marriage-like status that triggers when you've lived together for 7 years.
You called it. You said 6 or 7, didn't you?
Yeah. I know it was like around that. But I don't know if every state acknowledges it either. So that might have been a big. Well, first, she only had 3 years. So she definitely didn't. I'm not trying to disregard their relationship or anything. But
no, definitely.
As far as common law, if you're talking about the law, she didn't have the chance.
But I just found that interesting that this man has at the time of his death, the word was 14, but he has said 15 before because we just had another woman come forward from Georgia saying that she's his daughter. So this man had 15 children, including your young son, Exodus, who is 5. Y'all have been together for 3 years, and you wanted to control his estate over all them other youngins. He got grown children.
Right.
You wanted to control his estate over all his other youngins. And it's wild. I'm telling y'all now, y'all be saying marriage ain't nothing but a piece of paper. Marriage ain't nothing but a piece of paper. But let me tell you about that piece of paper. Tashira Simmons is over her ex-husband's estate when he was already engaged to marry somebody else.
And that's where I feel like the law should change, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't agree with that. I agree with his children, but I don't agree with Tashira. They weren't together.
Right.
And that's the thing about marriage and paperwork. And if you don't do this right or that right, like I'm not saying that his fiance should have had control of the whole estate. I just feel like that it could have been done better. He has adult children, like you said. Like, why couldn't it have been them? I just don't agree with Tashira. I just don't agree with it. I don't.
I just thought that was wild. I was like, yo, now you're talking about seniority. Like, you make a great point as far as like, just let it be the kids. Why couldn't it just be the three eldest kids?
Yeah.
Because she wasn't handling his business while he was still alive, to our knowledge.
Yeah, that's true.
She may have still held his hand through some things we don't know.
Yeah,
she may have still, had her
her
hand in a lot of things we don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean, I'm just happy that it hasn't turned into a messy mess all out the street. Everybody,
exactly.
You see how Eazy-E youngins doing each other.
Oh my gosh, that's a mess.
It is.
And there's so many examples like that we've seen. So many people not going to the ground because they can't figure out where they want to bury.
Okay,
like wasn't it like James Brown? Somebody, I feel like it took a minute.
Yeah, they had James Brown like in an ice freezer for a little bit.
Yeah,
like while they fussing and fighting and carrying on over stuff.
Like that was just over that. Not, he didn't even over funeral or where he was going to be buried or whatever it was. But I'm just glad, like you said, that it's not messy.
Absolutely. And the attorney over the estate said that all 15 children claiming to be DMX's children will undergo DNA tests just to confirm their paternity or, their DNA and all that other good stuff.
Yeah.
So we won't have any imposter sliding and getting a piece of the pie. if that was a concern of yours.
Over. Once the DNA stepped in, them days are over.
Yes.
Remember people used to claim they was, how many people claimed they was Michael Jackson's
Oh my gosh. No. What about the chick who claimed she was Janet Jackson's daughter?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yep.
You claimed that you slid out of her pleasure principle and that you are her daughter. Ma'am.
Yeah, that was wild. I forgot all about that.
Remember, she claimed that she was Janet and the DeBarge's daughter.
Yeah.
But listen, let me tell you something. It was a part of me that had one eye open on that one, because I remember those rumors about Janet allegedly having a baby that nobody knew about. Yeah. And when she popped up, I think for a lot of people, once they saw her picture, they was like, hell nah, shawty. Hell nah, shawty. We talk about Janet Jackson and the DeBarge made you. Hell nah, shawty.
Ain't no way.
Nope. Ain't no way. No, and more
so
no's.
Funny. I forgot all about that.
I was like, that baby don't even look like Joe. If you gonna look like somebody, you look like Joe.
Yeah, right? You ain't even skipping that generation. No, you are no kin to them.
No.
That
you
is
ain't
so funny.
You ain't related to Freddie Jackson either.
You wrong for that, yeah.
I'm sorry. I hope she find her parents.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow.
All right, so Karla, I just want to just speak on this story really quickly. I don't even want to dive into it or dig into it because it is so tender and painful for so many people. I don't even want to dig into it a lot. But this Alec Baldwin situation with the shooting on the set of Rust.
Yeah.
Man, my heart, first of all, my heart is just broken. Just outside of my house is broken. It's broken for Javita's family. It's broken for Freeway. And my heart is also broken for Alec. Because imagine going to work and you going to work to do your job and accidentally kill somebody because somebody somewhere was negligent.
Yeah. It's and you I don't understand how that still goes on. Like after what was it, Brandon Lee? Like I still just hear that this can go on a set. It's unbelievable to me.
What's crazy to me is that I started at first. Now, this is something that happened while I was in New York, because I remember I was receiving the bat signals and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm in New York. I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm trying to have fun. But, the thing is, once I actually got back home and settled down and settled in and more details, because, you know how things go. More information comes out as each day passes, as more investigation is done. And the crew of Rust, the crew members had walked off days before that shooting took place, because that wasn't the only misfire on that set.
That's a disgrace. That's so negligent, man.
Now, hear me out, because Aunt Viv got in the streets of Twitter. Janet Huber, Aunt Viv says she feel like they set Alec Baldwin up.
That came from her. I think I know what you get. All right, go ahead.
She said that she think they set Alec Baldwin up. The Trumpers set Alec Baldwin up because of his impersonations of Donald Trump on Saturday Night Live.
Shout out to Jada. It take her to kick a conspiracy off, man.
So I was like, at first my brain wanted to be like, but then I said no, because I actually read a little bit more. But as I continue to read more, now I'm not feeding this, y'all, because in my heart, I don't believe this, but I could see how people could draw this conclusion, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, I was like, no, that makes no logical sense, because they had been having issues on this set from safety concerns, misfires, and all that. But Alec Baldwin's stunt double was one of the misfires. His stunt double.
Okay.
Which means the person pretending to be Alec Baldwin was also given a live gun that was supposed to be cold.
Okay.
Now, what really, really breaks my heart about this whole shooting is not only the death of Helena Hutchins and Director Souza being injured, was the fact that they were filming a shooting scene and Alec was supposed to have a cold gun. So Helena actually got in his line of fire to get the shot, no pun intended, not that type of shot, to film. Yeah. And ended up getting shot.
Yeah. So
she
sad.
Literally was lined up with him purposefully.
Yeah.
And, and it's just, heads are going to roll. I feel like charges are going to come out of this. I feel like lawsuits are coming out of this. This thing by no means is
all the above.
All of the above. By no means is this thing hardly or even close to being over. My heart just breaks for Alec. Alec looked like he just got out of rehab. Yeah.
It's so sad. It really is. It's a sad situation for him, her, and the families. Like, it's just that the cast, everyone who saw it, like it's just sad, and it should never, ever happen.
Yep.
This is preventable.
Yes,
it's preventable.
Negligence on 1,000.
Yep.
So I just wanted to be
accountable for it.
Absolutely. I just wanted to mention this story just to ask all of you to pray for everybody. Pray for these families.
For real.
Because a lot of people are hurting behind this. There are people who can't be brought back. And then I said, Lord, please don't let Director Souza not make it, because that's really oh, Lord. Yeah. No.
Anybody break.
Absolutely. So, Ava DuVernay, really quickly, she stopped by the Breakfast Club. And she was working on the set of some film. And I'm sorry, y'all, I can't recall the name of the film. But she said that she tapped out because as director, she was the one responsible for making sure that the gun and ammunition was right. She said, I don't know nothing about no guns. I don't know nothing about no guns.
And that's a problem within itself. Why are we having people that aren't trained to handle a weapon?
Qualified.
Right.
Are not qualified.
So why aren't we bringing police officers or military officials or whoever that someone trained? Why aren't we bringing them on the set to do these things? Like, it's just so it's. But this may be. I think this will change the game
It's
I
always
think this
it
will
always has to
change.
be a catalyst for things to
sacrifice.
really
Yeah.
for things to really truly honestly change. Y'all, how about if y'all got some shooting scenes, get some damn CGI. Y'all got enough money, do
I
CGI.
know that's right. Straight up. Yep.
I mean,
Yeah,
because
that is
this,
so true. You got a very good point with that.
I mean, I see people on TikTok make bullets come out of their fingers.
yeah,
Y'all can't do. Give me a
yes.
break.
CGI
Give me
is
a
so interesting.
break. So, just with that being said, just sending love and prayers and light to everyone, especially Alec, especially the Hutchins family, and just all of those who were impacted by this preventable tragedy, totally preventable
Yeah.
tragedy. Let's shift gears to some good news. Come on. All right, let's shake it out. Let's shake it out. It's time for some good news. It's time for some good news. Y'all, Lamar Odom has a new lease on life.
Oh, that's
It is.
awesome.
It is not with a reality TV star.
Right.
It is not with a fiance who claimed they said was money hungry. He ain't in these streets arguing with his baby mama
Right.
over their grown children and child support.
Yes. Ain't at no brothel.
He ain't at no brothel. He clean, hallelujah. He is clean, hallelujah.
Yes.
So Lamar Odom got baptized, and I am
What a
so
blessing.
super happy for him. And
Yes.
you know, some people were like, "Oh, religion, if religion is just another drug," and I'm like, y'all, if
So with social media, but y'all still abuse it. I'm just saying. I think we're taking shots at stuff like religion, stuff that uplifts. Like you understand what I'm saying?
go ahead, friend, tell
Things
it.
that are positive or uplift somebody. Like religion saves people's lives sometimes. You know, believe what you want to believe, but at the end of the day, if you don't believe in anything, like I don't know how you function in life. That's just my personal opinion.
What do you believe in? Like, what do you believe in?
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
Even if and I know everyone doesn't buy into religion and so on and so forth, but we all need to be connected to a higher power.
Absolutely.
However way you see that, live that, feel that, you
For
definitely
real.
need to be connected to a higher power. So for me, if getting baptized, if Lamar Odom, air quote, finding God, if that's what's going to keep his life on the right track, if that's what's going to keep him away from brothels and drugs and allow him to live his best life, I'm here for it. I'm
That's
all
right.
for it.
Absolutely. I would never knock that. Like,
No.
yeah, like that's some awesome news. You know what though? We talked about it, I think the last show. You're gonna always have them, no
Always.
matter what you do, trolls or whoever.
So
But
here's
shout out to Lamar.
here's the quick scoop on this. So
Okay.
the former NBA star was baptized on October 19th by his spiritual father, Bishop Wayne T. Jackson, the senior pastor of the Great Faith Worship Center in Detroit, Michigan. So I know, I'm sorry, y'all. I just
something
felt
wrong
the
with you.
spirit. I felt the spirit.
Yeah,
move.
I see you.
Hallelujah. Let him use you. So, but I'm just happy for Lamar. I really am. I really am. And God, please forgive me because I was not playing with you, just in case you looking. I was not playing with you, Lord.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. Now you got me cracked up.
Be like, that's when you look up. You be like, Lord, you know how I be acting. I'm just trying to make them laugh. I am not playing with you. I know you ain't the one to be played with.
Oh gosh,
I
you
know.
crazy.
So, if you want to see the post and see the photos and just read Lamar's whole statement on, his new lease on life and getting baptized, please visit icecreamconvos.com, where we serve delicious entertainment. I said where we serve delicious scoops.
The entertainment.
Yeah, thank you. Help me out, girl. I take 1 week off and forget my logo. I take 1 week off.
You are. That's a hard worker. That's a sign of a hard working woman over there.
Child, that's when I be like, where the what? Where the money reside? I remember that one. But yeah, so where we serve delicious scoops of entertainment and celebrity news, visit icecreamconvos.com. And I will have it linked in the bio and linked in the description and all those other good places in case you want to see for yourself. All right, so I want to talk about Jada Pinkett. How many people gonna be there?
Yeah, you on point though tonight.
want to talk about Jada Pinkett Smith.
Okay.
First things first.
Get into it.
First things first. Rest in peace, Uncle Phil. For real.
Yeah.
Secondly, I love Jada Pinkett Smith. I do.
Yeah.
And I don't want y'all to think otherwise, because I love Jada. I loved her ever since she was Lena back on A Different World. I have loved Jada.
Yeah, I think I love Lena more than Jada. I mean, that sounds crazy,
Okay.
right? But
Her and Piccolo.
yes. Oh, RP Tupac. Right?
Okay. Her and Piccolo. But here's the thing. Jada Pinkett has been, I have noticed, this is where I'm going to start with this. I have noticed that Jada Pinkett Smith has given us a lot at the red table. We all are fully aware of that.
Yes.
She's given us a lot at the red table. And what I think is happening now is that because she's giving us so much at the red table, it is leaving a lot of room for misinterpretation, for misunderstanding and confusion. And I think those 3 red flags should let her know that maybe
Wrap it up.
You said wrap it up, Lord Jesus.
Serious, like I'm not saying wrap up like the whole, but as far as when it comes to
Hold on, why I picture you like folding the legs of the table under, you know, the card table. You just grab the red table, fold the legs under, like we wrapping this whole thing up. Ain't no more red table. Ain't no more red table. It's too much.
not the whole, you know, the platform, but just her business.
Yeah. But here's the other side of that. I feel like Jada's transparency can help others, right?
Okay.
But it's a fine line between transparency and giving too much. Because here's the thing. If I'm going through something, and I told you I struggle with this myself as far as like as a business owner and stuff, because sometimes I want to get on social media and say, okay, look, so today, let me tell you how this company tried me, or this blah, 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 blah. Now, am I sharing this information because I'm simply wanting to vent? Can someone learn something from what I am sharing? Or am I just sitting up here telling my business?
Right. And that's the thing. That's what you have to analyze beforehand.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It's like, can someone learn something from this? Or am I just oversharing and not realizing it? Or just, I just think at this point in the game, I remember there was a time when we used to just spread rumors about Jada and Will because we never knew what really was happening behind closed doors. All we could do is just spread our little open marriage rumors and maybe she's allegedly messing with Mark. What's his name? The singer. J-Lo's ex-husband. Mark.
I'm drawn. We are. Listen, I got a brain freeze. Why can't I think of his name now?
I don't know. And someone somewhere is yelling at this podcast.
Yeah,
right
they
now,
are
like,
because we should know. Listen, I'm human. I just
who's J-Lo's ex-husband? Mark Anthony. I didn't even. No, thank you, Google. I'm good.
Yeah, clicked. Yeah, Alexa a little better. You can tell Alexa to shut up. Alexa, stop. Google don't have that option.
Alexa gonna mess around and be like, "Bitch, who you talking to?" Watch. Wait till her AI catch up to speed.
I know,
who you talking
right?
to? Listen, the iPhone Siri already. You be like Siri, she be like, "Huh?" She be like, "Mm-hmm." Yeah, she be. Anytime JB calls Siri, he be like, "Hey Siri," she be like, "Mm-hmm." I'm like, "Oh, excuse
That's
me."
hilarious.
Yeah, she's sick of him. She's sick of him. She be like, "Mm-hmm." Wait till that artificial intelligence catch up.
I know.
So,
right?
you know. Back when it was just the rumors, back when I used to be like, ooh, one day I hope they invite me to their house. For dinner.
Right.
For dinner, of course. For dinner. And I could braid Willow's hair. Dinner. You know, I just miss the days of just wondering. And I do appreciate the fact that a part of me appreciates the fact that they took the mystery, the cloak off of their marriage to show we are real human beings. We do go through real things. We do experience real things within our marriage. But then at some point, we crossed the line and it went somewhere where I wasn't expecting it to go. I didn't expect to see her sitting in front of Will telling me that August Alsina was busting her down.
Right, exactly.
You know, I just let me wonder if August was busting you down because
too much.
I already had my spidey senses up when y'all went on that vacation to Hawaii and it was Willow and her boyfriend and you and August.
I know that's right.
Where was Jaden?
Yeah. And he kind of forced her to do that anyway, though, because he kind of Didn't he break the news first and then she discussed it? Didn't
August, August forced her hand. He forced her hand
on that one. So we'll give that one then.
Okay, all right. We'll shoot her some bail on that one.
I don't see where we're going to learn anything from that one. Because remember you said,
I mean,
is someone going to learn?
I mean, I would appreciate some details about August Alsina.
Besides research.
Okay. For research purposes. I mean, my readers want to know. I don't particularly care to know, but I want to pass the information along to my readers because I am an information specialist.
Yes, word. There it is.
Yeah, but, let us know. Do y'all feel like Jada at this point in the game? Oh, wait. But it can't all be Jada because they just dropped the trailer for Best Shape of My Life or something. I think it's called Best Shape of My Life. Will Smith's forthcoming YouTube.
Okay.
His forthcoming YouTube series, right? Docuseries. Okay. And there he admitted that at one point in time he contemplated suicide. And what's crazy is when I watched that trailer, because I saw all the headlines, Will Smith said he contemplated suicide. Now, there's no context to that. And a lot of times, going back to our readers will get frustrated with me because my heading or my headline, quote unquote, it's, what's the word they like to use? Misleading. That's the word. This headline is misleading. Is the headline misleading, or is it that I can't write a full paragraph in this headline to tell you what's happening?
Right.
Because if anyone cares about something being misleading and not, it is me. I am the person.
Absolutely.
I do not want to be that person.
You hate it.
So the thing is, if I say Will Smith was in a car accident on, God forbid, this is hypothetical. Will Smith was in a car accident. He was uninjured. In Philly, if I say Will Smith in a car accident in Philly, y'all can't get mad at me and be like, y'all acting like he died.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. That's the truth.
That's why it's important to read the context. Even with Jada. The most recent thing was Jada was talking to Gwyneth Paltrow about the importance of being able to communicate in the bedroom and how a lot of women get frustrated because after you with your man for a certain period of time, you expect him to know what make you feel good, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it get a little frustrating because he's still trying to navigate the map and you like, bro, you've been living here for 30 years. You still need your GPS. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so Jada was talking about that type of thing, and it was taken as her saying that her and Will are struggling in the bedroom because he don't know what she needs and he don't know what she wants. So I saw the headlines and I was like, oh Lord, Jada said that. So I went in and I actually read the quote. I read her quote before I actually watched the video. So I read the quote and I was like, well, I mean, at the very least, she's saying that if they have any type of challenge, it's communication, which all couples have.
Yeah, and especially with sex. And that's something that even like marriage counselors and stuff, that's the main thing that people we just assume. And that's not just women, men too. It goes both ways. You just assume that your partner knows what you want.
Absolutely. Okay, so with that being said, when I wrote the post, I felt like I was being responsible. I gave the quote. I actually put the full episode of Red Table Talk in there. And I said, watch the episode below to get the full context of the conversation. I can't make y'all watch it. I just can't make y'all watch it. But I feel like a lot of stuff was lost in translation or misinterpretation. So with Jada, I appreciate Jada always trying to be transparent and sharing. But I think if I were her, which I'm not because I'm not in that tax bracket, but if I were her, I would reconsider how I share content or how I share information, because she can see now that clearly people don't mind misinterpreting what she's actually saying. And it's not hard to misinterpret it after we know all this, that, and the third about y'all.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's easy to believe y'all struggle in the bedroom when you just a few months ago was sitting down talking about how August Alsina was eating it up.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, that's why I said wrap it up. Maybe give it a break for now. I don't know. as far as that, then go back. Because, like, no matter what, now she says, honestly, anything about her and Will's relationship, they're going to take out what.
Yeah. They running with it. Running with it. So, just kind of let us know what you think about that.
Yeah.
But, Karla, let's go ahead and take one more break, and then we're going to finish out the show talking about Kelly Price and her latest situation with Delta. We're also going to update you on what happened with this couple who showed their natural melanated behinds at Sesame Place. And then we're going to, Karla, you got your counseling? Because we're going to get into this Fetty Wap.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready, boo? You good?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, okay. I'm good.
All right, guys. So we are going to take a break and we will be right back. All right, guys, we are back. All right, Karla. So this was up in your neck of the woods. There was a couple.
A mess.
Who showed out at Sesame Place. Now, the original story was that all of this was triggered over a mask mandate. As I got more information about it, I'm like, was it the mask mandate or did they just not want somebody telling them what to do? So basically it was a couple, Troy McCoy and Shakira Bonds, and they went to Sesame Place. And Karla, you can go ahead and take this because this is your neck of the woods.
You know what I'm saying? All I know is, all right, so they go to Sesame Place. Anyone who's ever been to Sesame Place knows the type of environment is. I got to put that out there first. So apparently it sounds like they went to one ride and the team asked them, told them about the mask mandate. And anybody who knows, Pennsylvania's mask mandates were extremely, extremely strict. So I think they either ignored whatever it was. They met up again at another ride or later that day. And I think they told the teenager, like, yeah, we gonna teach you a lesson. That don't sound right. Now that part don't sound right. Not coming from the black. Black people don't go around saying, I'm gonna teach you a lesson. No. We might say something like, wait till I get done this ride, or
you gonna learn today.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't say we're gonna teach you a lesson. We tell you gonna learn today.
There it is. I couldn't have said it any better, Zob. Yeah, thanks for coming to the
I got you.
So, apparently there were some words exchanged, and basically they ended up attacking this. I think he was 17. And another employee that tried to intervene.
Broke the boy jaw.
Yeah, broke his jaw, and these are adults. What they like their 30s?
Wait, yes, they
like
super grown.
Yeah, they are. That's the thing. Like, you grown. And listen, real quick, while you checking the ages out, anybody that's ever been to Sesame Place, first of all, it's only one in like the whole world. So you get tourists from all over the place. It's like a little Disney World. The atmosphere is so like, the people that work there, you're like, oh my gosh, God had to send them down like straight from heaven, like these teenagers. Like, it's not even that type of atmosphere. Two, they ain't no better coming from New York. We got 66 counties here in Pennsylvania, and the last place that you want to show your ass is in Bucks County, where Sesame Place.
Bucks County.
Yeah, it's actually a Langhorne, but it's in Bucks County. And I'm being honest with you, like, I think they get sentenced in like 90 days. It's not going to look good. I don't think the sentence is going to look good. They're going to make an example out of them, I think.
Well, Troy is 41. Shakira is 32.
Grown. You see what I'm saying?
Grown.
He took most of the charges, right? I think he got most of them.
Yeah, he did. He definitely got most of the charges. Troy was charged with aggravated assault, simple assault, reckless endangerment, and disorderly conduct. Shakira was convicted of simple assault. She also received 1 year of probation. So at their sentencing, Troy is now looking at 5 to 10 years in prison.
That's for the aggravated. Listen, it's real. And you literally, like, I think one of the witnesses said it was a teenager. They were like, he hawk smashed. Forgive me for saying this, y'all. I mean, forgive me for laughing, y'all. He said something like he hawk smashed him. Dead serious.
Wow.
Like, the witnesses, when you hear like exactly like their statements and stuff, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, Shakira's looking at 4 to 24 months in prison. All this, Big Bird is disappointed.
Yeah,
Big Bird, Oscar. I could see Oscar closing his trash can right now because the N-words done showed up. Y'all out here trying to tear down Sesame Place. These youngins, and imagine the kids out there.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, that atmosphere is so like, You know how many people, like kids, ended up with like PTSD after that? Because it's like one of the most peaceful places you'll ever go. I think like the season of 13, we had season tickets. It was like 2012, 2013. And we would literally go, and I don't think I've ever even heard anyone get loud.
Wow.
Dead serious.
And then what got me was after they showed out, beat the brakes off this boy. Then they went back home to the Bronx and thought it was going to be all cake and gravy.
They ain't know they was in Pennsylvania. They ain't know what, like I said, Bucks Cat. They had no clue. They had no clue.
They ain't know they was
better. They ain't know no better. And I'm telling you, like that mask mandate was serious. Like it was everywhere you went. There was no way around it. Like I don't care where you, and I don't understand why they couldn't just follow it. Because New York had some of the same mandates.
Let me tell you something about in New York. New York did not play. You ain't coming inside if you don't have no vaccine card.
Yeah.
You ain't coming in.
Yeah.
You're not coming in here.
Yeah.
And I was like, God, dog, like
that's a little discriminative, but that's for another whole show. But that won't last.
Because Georgia be like, come one, come all.
Yeah, ours is that way too. You have some places that are doing it, but some that aren't. Because at the end of the day, you're going to lose there's still a ton of people that choose the right to not be vaccinated. And money come first. Best believe that ain't going to last.
Because I'm like, well, where Kyrie go eat? Never mind. Too soon.
Plenty of places to eat.
Too soon.
Shout out to Kyrie.
Where Kyrie go eat?
Behind you.
Carla's like, I stand with Kyrie.
Oh yeah,
Kyrie fine.
Sure. Yes, all day long, girl. And very smart and intelligent. You know, you don't always get that combination. Kyrie is a very intelligent dude.
Yeah. Look, sorry. I'm back. Karla, let's talk about Kelly Price, child.
Kelly. I feel like we talk more about Kelly Price now than when she was.
Okay. All right.
That's not nice.
You said it.
I didn't
you said
music. I'm just saying.
You said what people was thinking. One of the ICC friends literally said, I'm going to need her to go missing again. I said, now that's not nice. That is not nice. I literally, Karla, our ICC friends get so out of pocket sometimes. I literally be like, that's not
tired.
Nice.
Y'all tell we tired. Listen, tired.
I'm like, that's not nice. That's not nice. So basically, Kelly Price got on social media about 1:00 in the morning and started complaining to Delta because there was an unmasked couple who was in the Delta club lounge area. And I guess that's like I guess it's like first class and then the club lounge area, I guess. And then the back of the plane where I sit. Remember that time we talked about the people in first class, like they think they better than you. Yeah. Like, if the whole plane goes down. Yeah, if the whole plane goes down. Yeah,
like
of course.
Part of y'all plane got a parachute and everybody ejects for first class. You know.
Yeah, I forgot. My bad.
Only people that don't fly first class say stuff like that.
Listen. Okay, this whole plane goes down. First class detaches from the back of the plane, grows new wings, and the rest of us just going down. Come on, man, give me a break. But anyway, so she gets on social media and starts complaining about this couple who did not have a mask on. No one said anything to them. No one checked them. She said she had a panic attack. My God, she almost died from COVID, so on and so forth. And she started calling out Delta over and over. So my thing was, listen, there were a lot of different reactions to this post. The first reaction was, girl, sit your ass down somewhere. Why is you traveling if you that scared?
And we all know that a mask, first of all, she should know she had COVID. Wear an N95 mask. Wear a mask that you know you're protected. You wear a mask because if someone does happen to have COVID, you're still protected. So even if someone doesn't have a mask, if you have yours, you still won't get COVID. Like, I don't understand why people don't get that.
Friend, Kelly Price had on a face mask, a glass shield, and glasses.
She had the whole what was his name from Toy Story? She had the whole
Buzz Lightyear.
Stop. She hadn't even seen it.
Yo, Kelly was ready to put out a fire. She was ready. She had on enough gear to put out a fire. And I'm like, but again,
boy.
I do as someone who has had COVID, you do have the fear of catching it again. But And I do understand
But you have
that she different from me. And that she got more important things that she may have to tend to that forces her to travel. But sis, you told me that you almost died last week. Like, and now you on a plane complaining to the airline.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm telling you, it's just for attention. Because we've been deep into this pandemic. We have all been somewhere in public where somebody didn't have a mask on. Mm-hmm. All of us. Mm-hmm. And I'm someone that battles with panic attacks. I'm not trying to joke. Like, that's not something to joke around with. Mm-hmm. So when I saw that, but now that you're telling me she was in full gear, like, that part I don't get, because she should be well educated on the virus and know that with all of that, even if someone has the virus without a mask, she's still protected.
Friend, she took it a step further and posted a picture of her with her masses on, because she had a couple of them. So it's masses. What? She posted a photo of herself on the plane, leaning her head to one side with all her masses on. And the caption said, "Breathe in, breathe out." I don't know about y'all, no. But I have never in my life thought or had the capability of snapping a selfie in the middle of a panic attack.
First of all, you can't even breathe. That's why I don't like, see what I mean? She's playing with anxiety and panic attacks. There's no way you're taking a picture. No way.
Caption, breathe in. No, inhale, exhale.
She is.
Inhale.
I can't exhale. With Kelly, but Kelly Price too extra. Like, she's too dramatic. You know what I hate to say? Everything I saw on R&B Divas.
Okay. It's only a matter of time before she blocked me again. I feel it in my spirit. She gonna block me again. I know it. Just like Ashanti. She gonna block me like Ashanti.
I'm just saying, it's a conversation. I mean, if she come on and tell us something, I just feel like right now Kelly Price is seeking for attention, but for what? You have one of the most beautiful voices around.
Lord. Hallelujah.
That's the way you get our attention. Because I could use some music from Kelly Price. Okay. I could use some new music.
I can too.
You ain't sound too enthusiastic about that.
I'm sick of her.
Right.
My thing is, after the whole debacle, with you going missing from the ICU, one would think you would just kind of lay low.
Yes, true.
Take it out of the handbook of Jussie Smollett.
Where is he?
Listen, when I tell you the way he eased back onto social media was so smooth, nobody bothered him. He took a break, he fell back, he disappeared, and then he eased back in so smooth that nobody bothered him.
Okay.
The only people still messing with Jussie is the city of Chicago. The only people still mad with Jussie.
I can understand it.
The city of Chicago. They the only ones still mad with him.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jussie.
Okay.
Right now in 2021, because we are literally 2 months away from 2022.
Believe it.
Wow. 2 months, friend, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You think Jussie was lying?
Hell yeah. I can't even believe you said that's what you said. Listen, we already know how that story went down. We just waiting now to see what. And you know what? I honestly, the sad part is I don't feel like he should, like, it should be over. Like, I feel like he's paid enough between losing his job, the public humiliation. I don't think Jussie Smollett will ever reach where he was or could have been with him ever.
Do you
remember? You were on the top of the world. Like, and that's what.
He was the darling.
Yeah.
At one point he was outshining Journey.
Yeah. What do you say? It was the gay Tupac? The gay Tupac?
Bitch.
That's what he thought. And I that's why I believe the whole setup and the whole, that's how I feel like the whole thing was kind of created into, like, how he came up with the whole thing.
I want to know what Boosie think. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
I do.
No, I don't. I do not.
Shout out to Boosie. That's just me. It's not the views of Ice Cream Comedy.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine? Could you imagine, like, if Lil Nas X popped up at Boosie house for Christmas dressed to sing Christmas carols?
But I think when it's all said and done, I want them brothers to sit in a room. I honestly feel like they're eventually going to sit in a room together. But they make more money trolling each other. Like, they get more attention trolling. I'm telling you, I feel like one day.
Friend, Boosie went too far. That last time Boosie went to, did you see what he said?
No,
When
you
he
gotta
told-
tell me. Wait a minute. What did he
Oh,
say?
he went too far. Okay, was I in New York when this happened? I think I was in New York, so I didn't get the whole thing. But basically, from what I understand, Lil Nas X went on Instagram Live and told everybody him and Boosie was working on a song together.
Okay, I did hear that.
Okay, girl, when I tell you Boosie went slap the you know what off. Boosie told that boy to kill himself. He said that the world would be better without him. Like
Okay.
Boosie went off. Now my thing
Okay.
is, you could cuss him out all day. Just cuss him.
Yeah,
Cuss
when you
him.
tell people to
Cuss
kill
him down.
themselves, it's a little. I think Boosie was in his. He was in his feelings because killing yourself is too far. I don't. You don't tell anybody to
You
kill
can
yourself.
cuss him down all day long, talk about the
Right.
way he looked, the way
But I
he
think
dressed.
yeah, that was he exploded emotionally. He's
Boosie
first of
unstable.
all-
Girl, your boy unstable.
yeah, a little unstable, but this is my thing too, and I'm
said
not
he a little-
excusing
he-
it.
you-
I'm not
yo,
excusing it, but Little
your
Nas X
boy-
is a troll. Let's be realistic. Let's be
Right.
real.
And everybody
He's a
don't like
troll.
to be played with. I
And
do
that's
understand
where I
that.
was going to go. Play with. I'll tell people in a minute. Play with. I'm not a kid. Play. I don't even play with my kids. Go play with somebody else. So some people have that, like live that, like, yo, don't even come my way. And if you do, you're gonna catch whatever I give them. I'm not saying what Boosie said was right. You don't tell anybody
Yeah.
to kill themselves, especially because you don't know how close this like people's mental health is. And this kid,
Yep.
people, but what Lil Nas X does is he trolls. You know how Boosie feel. Why you picking with him? Why you trolling, trying to get attention? So it's one of those things where like, yeah, Boosie, yeah, he definitely, I agree, he definitely went too far with that.
Yeah,
And you're older. And where I'm mad at Boosie with like Boosie, okay, you feel how you feel, but at the end of the day, y'all in the same business. You're older. You should be you're older than him.
Here's the crazy thing though. Here's the crazy thing. And I don't know if it'll ever happen, but here's the crazy thing. If Lil Nas X and Boosie made a song together.
Yeah. They need to. I think they'll eventually say, I just got it.
Stratosphere. Out of here.
Y'all,
Out of here.
seriously. I think it would be brilliant.
All right.
And I mean, eventually, I think it'll happen. I just think right now they do. Both of them are doing like Boosie gets a lot of attention. Believe it or not, Boosie has a
He
has a
does.
fan base,
He does.
strong fan base, very
He
strong
does.
fan base.
He does. And they love Boosie.
Yeah,
They love Boosie badass.
yeah.
They
I don't
love
always
Boosie.
agree with him. I just love his like he says what's on his mind. But I would have
You
cussed
like
him out.
the-
I would have cussed him out for saying that. Like if that's my homie, I'd be like, yo, now you know you went too damn. I'd have laid him out for that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I'd have been like, yeah, but that other shit was funny.
See, you like that I don't give a what of you like the I don't give a what of Boosie. You like the event. See, Boosie is the ghetto hood version of Jada Pinkett Smith. You don't know what's gonna come out of Boosie's mouth.
You don't.
You don't know what's
I
gonna come out of
when I
Boosie's
see an
mouth.
interview because I enjoy his interviews. Sorry, that's just I love it. So when I hear like when I watch an interview, I'm like, what's coming next? I think that's probably why I'm like that curiosity thing. He's going to say something that's just crossed the line.
I am like that with 50 Cent and K Michelle interviews. I will
Okay.
never miss
Oh,
a
I
50
love
Cent.
K Michelle.
Oh, K Michelle don't care what she say about whoever.
Yeah, I
and
love
she
K.
mean it.
Yeah,
and she will
does.
back it up.
Genuine. That's what I'm saying. Those are
Yes.
the people you have to, whether you agree with everything they say or not. I agree with the fact that they stand by what they say.
Absolutely.
And it might not, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's funny.
All right, so now that I done got you hyped up talking about your boy Boosie, let's talk about this Fetty Wap. Hey, what's up? Hell no.
I told Carlos, is that what he gonna say when he walked into prison? As soon as he go into prison gate, I'm like, hey,
Oh, Lord.
Fetty Wap. I'm gonna tell you why. Like, go ahead, explain to those
Okay.
who don't really know what.
So here's what's happening. Fetty Wap cased up, bruh. Fetty Wap in
It
big
don't look
trouble.
good.
He
Straight
got
up.
big drug charges. He got big tings guan in a very bad way. Okay. So Fetty was at Rolling Loud. And what is it about cops and police running down on people at Rolling Loud?
Guys, it's the best place. It's easy. It's
Okay.
easy pickings.
All right. Easy
It's like an
pickings.
Uber. I'm an Uber driver to you to prison from the rolling out.
Yo, Rolling Loud is the Uber of prison. We gonna pick you up and just drive you right on in. We ain't
It's
no
so easy.
surge
You're right
rate.
there. Nothing.
Just right there.
You're
Okay.
right there. Announcing your name on stage. I don't even have to look through. who-
I ain't gotta look for you.
Yeah.
We can just wait for them to announce your name and wait on the side of the stage. Excuse me, Mr. Maxwell.
Right.
Willie Maxwell II. Yes. Could you come holler at us for I know you see me. So according to legal documents, Fetty Wap is accused of distributing more than 100 kilograms of cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, crack cocaine across Long Island and New Jersey. Not even that. They had an undercover cop working with him too, and
a CO,
a CO. And then they were transporting the drugs from the West Coast to the East Coast in a United States Postal
UPS.
Service vehicle.
Oh, why was United States Postal? I don't know why I thought it was UPS, because UPS is the usual suspect. That's why I thought. Believe it or not, a lot of drugs come through our postal service. And through our, think about it.
You see them mailmen skipping down the street, throwing that mail in your box.
You stupid. Yeah, this don't look good. It doesn't look good for Fetty. It really don't look good.
Feds obtained $1.5 million in cash, 16 kilograms of cocaine, 2 kilograms of heroin, fentanyl pills, pistols, handguns, and a rifle. They was getting ready to go to war.
They got everything. And then you have everything right there so they can put it all together. Like, you literally just laid out everything. Like, not only you finding drugs, but the guns. And then,
speaking of laid out, just by reading this, I already pictured them having the table with everything laid out across the table. Because you know the police love to lay something out. Like they at a yard sale. They will lay all your drugs out.
Chest high. They smiling like
they will lay all your drugs out. And so here's the thing. Fetty Wap's attorney, Navarro Gray. Let me tell you something about an attorney. An attorney will see you on fire. Burning from your head to your feet. And they will come up with a water bottle and sprinkle it on you and say, listen, we pray that this is all a big misunderstanding. He sees the judge today, hoping he gets released so we can clear things up expeditiously. Hey, you need to put that water bottle down. You need a hose. Fetty on fire. Fetty is on fire.
Yeah. I don't know all the details, but like, just, oh my gosh, the different charges that come out of it. Like, you're talking about across state lines. You're talking about from Jersey to Long Island.
Federal trucks.
From the federal truck, right? And then you're talking about heroin and fentanyl, and like, you're talking about 3 of the most major drugs you get the most time for, period.
And then
it's sad.
And then the other thing about it was like, I haven't talked to Fetty's accountant. I haven't checked his account balance. I don't work at the bank. But Fetty ain't been making no music, and I was like, how he survived?
That's why I feel sad. That's where I feel sad at, because it's like, Fetty Wap had one of those careers. He was just hot, like the microwave career, right? It's only hot for a couple minutes, and then I just truly believe he just went back to what, if he ever got out of it, went back to what made him money. Like, he lived a certain lifestyle, so okay, I got to keep up with the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the sad part of it. Like, not
to mention, he lost his little girl recently.
Oh yeah, he sure did. Yeah, that's sad. He sure did. Yeah, it's not looking good. And I just don't get it. Every day you look, there's another hip hop artist getting caught up in these RICO charges, or getting caught up in these drug charges, or and I don't understand why we're like, are you not learning? Are you not looking and seeing what happens? There's not a happy ending to it.
Ain't Pooh Shiesty still in jail?
Yeah, and NBA YoungBoy's on house arrest, right?
Yeah. But they put him out in the middle of the boonies.
But I heard he got people out there, though. I heard that's why they selected there, because he's not a threat. In New Orleans, he's more like a threat to safety, where in Utah, they claim he had like some family out there, but he's not a threat to. I heard that was like one of the biggest decisions on why they gave him
Utah.
The house. Yeah. But I mean, even him, that's just out on bail. He still has to face those charges. YMW Melly. I mean, the list goes on and on and we're talking about like facing life.
Yeah.
Not like 2-3 years. These guys are, and I don't know.
Look how long Bobby Shmurda had to sit down.
Yep. But then we're talking about a culture that also promotes these things. So I don't know,
Well, and it's crazy because when somebody get jammed up, all the rest of them that's rapping about guns, drugs, and hoes be like, damn.
Yeah. And why are we saying?
No, you next. Don't worry. When Rolling Loud call, you better decline.
Yes. And you know what? I real quick, and then I know, because we can't spend that much time on it. My thing is like, all right, we've seen enough of this. Why are we still actually like doing it? I don't understand it. Like deaths, jail. What else? Like, what more do you need to see? You know, I guess labels are making money off of it, but
yeah, they don't care. They don't care what happens to you.
Yeah, it's so sad. You see so many, and like I said, every day it's somebody else. But and the feds are like, you're giving them a like I heard that the operation that is in charge of like NBA YoungBoy is called like Operation Never Free Again. They like have a name, dead ass serious. The feds, it's called Operation Never Free Again. So that they are targets. Like y'all know they want y'all now, and you're making it so much easier. They're making it so much easier for them. You know, hip hop's been a target on the feds. I think about it.
Absolutely,
we're on the list for a long time. So now you know.
But I'm gonna let y'all know right now. If Rolling Loud calls, you busy. You busy. You busy.
They listen. They might be, yeah.
Trust me on this. You busy.
Yep. It's nuts.
If you know you've been doing dirt and Rolling Loud calls and you ain't had a hit single in 4 years and Rolling Loud wants you to perform, decline. It's a setup, bro. Biggest stages in the city and you ain't had a hit in 4 years. Nobody want to. Trap Queen don't have that type of lifespan on it. No, it don't. It's a setup. They trying to get you in the building. Good grief,
man. I don't know if that's worse. Is that bad worse than them putting Alpo in Maine? I don't know. Which one is worse? You know, like it's a setup out here. Y'all gotta like, come on.
That's Abraham to you.
Let me stop laughing. Let me stop because he's no longer here.
Yeah, because I don't want y'all to think we laughing at the wrong thing. Yeah, sometimes Karla and I get caught up and we're laughing at each other.
Yes.
And y'all, please don't ever think we laughing at real things like and people. Like we get caught up in laughing at each other because this is why she's my co-host for this very reason. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I guess this would be a terrible time to tell y'all to watch Dope Sick on Hulu.
Wow. What is that? Yeah, that's like maybe we should have talked about that.
I mean, I don't know. Listen, Karla, if you have not watched Dope Sick, if y'all ICC friends, if y'all have not watched Dope Sick, please watch it. It is about the opioid Oxycontin.
Okay.
And the way the FDA, everybody was all in cahoots. The way they lied about the addictive, capabilities of the people. Oh my God, yo, that thing is so god darn good. How about the whole physician? I ain't gonna do spoilers, but y'all watch it. It's like on episode 6 comes out this week.
Okay.
Show is phenomenal. I thought it was gonna be like boring because it's about pills and doctors and big pharma and all. Man, that thing good. That thing good.
I can imagine. I'm gonna have to check it out because that's something that definitely. I mean, it's a true epidemic.
Yeah.
But, we had nothing like that when crack was taken down. But that's a whole nother show. Listen, we might need to.
We thank y'all for tuning in this week. Before Karla start going down the crack boulevard, no, we thank y'all.
I watch too much Judge Math. Judge Math is going this show. You talk about that epidemic. Well, I be like, oh, don't bring up that crap epidemic. Judge Math is going.
But then to turn around and call somebody a crackhead.
Yeah,
Judge, sir.
Facts.
All right, ICC friends. Karla and I thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. It feels good to be back.
Yes,
and we just thank you for the continued support. We thank you for listening. We encourage you to visit icecreamconvos.com where we serve delicious scoops of entertainment and celebrity news to just check out all of the stories that we talked about today in a little more detail and to get the little fine details that we left out in the middle of our shenanigans and tomfoolery.
Yes.
But just thank you again for always listening. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for reading the site. Thank you for supporting Karla. Thank you for supporting myself.
Yes,
and big things coming for ICC. Big things. Big things.
Yes, big things.
Yes, somebody's son gonna love me one day. Listen, I was looking at Tiva Savage today, and I was like, "Girl, you so fine."
Yeah, it really is.
Boy, she fine. Lord have
she
mercy,
really
Tiva
is,
Savage fine. I can't get over how fine Tiva Savage is.
Yeah, beautiful.
But yeah, and her song is beautiful with Brandy. So if you haven't seen that, you can watch the official music video at icecreamconvos.com. But Karla, parting words, what you got for the good people?
And you said it all. Thank y'all for y'all support. Honestly, like y'all really showing us love on this podcast, and I get some sleep. And I'm giving that advice. And that's something I need to tell myself. Everybody get your 8 hours in. If you can't get 8, get at least 6 or 7. But sleep is underrated. What you got for us? What you got?
Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down.
You heard it. Y'all heard it. I'm just saying. We gotta get some rest. We gotta, especially
Absolutely. Matter of fact, I'm getting ready to go. No, I'm about to go lay down. No, I'm getting ready to go make some chicken Alfredos.
Oh, that sounds good. I'll be over.
Okay, all right. I'll see you in a little bit. I had your plate in the microwave because it's gonna take you about 14 hours to get here, but I'll be waiting. And just thank you guys. Listen, stay safe. Continue to wear your masks.
Yes, please
okay.
do.
If you happen to be somewhere where people are unmasked and you start feeling uncomfortable, it is okay to leave. It's okay. It's okay to leave.
Very
okay.
Good. Yeah. Thank you for telling them that.
Okay. No. It's seriously. It's okay to leave. And when people start messing with you on social media, like they've been doing me all week, because a lot of y'all not going to be able to comment and log into our socials no more. I'm just giving you a heads up.
The block is hot.
Because the block is hot. Blockiana in this bit. Listen, y'all been talking to me so stupid this week. Let me get this off my chest real quick before we leave. Y'all been talking to me so goddamn stupid this week. And I am so sick and tired of y'all. I be blocking y'all for saying anything to me. If you come for me, I'm going to block you. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I am going to block you. I block. Block. I'm blocking you. I'm not going back and forth with nobody. Okay. So let's all remain respectful. Let's all just love each other in this virtual world. And shout out to Meta, new name for Facebook. But y'all gonna be nice to me on Meta, Facebook, Instagram, wherever y'all at. Y'all gonna be nice to us. And if y'all can't do that, then I'm not Bruno. I am not Anderson .Paak. I am not gonna leave the door open. I will close it and lock it. Don't email me. Don't call me. Don't go to a different account and DM me asking, can you come back? Because the answer is nope.
Straight like that.
That's when you put your mouth on the mic. Straight like that. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, we love you all dearly.
Yes, y'all.
And we will see you next week. ICC.
We all we got.
Peace. Oh, hold on. Should I go out?
Thanks for using.
Hold on. Give me a little song. What you want me to sing?
Yeah.
Make a request.
Outro. We need an outro. Give me. Man, you said leave the door open. You might as well go on.
No, I got one. This is going to take y'all back for some of y'all old school ICCers that been rocking with us for years. This is going to take you back. Come and get a scoop of my ice cream, baby.
Hey.
Jay has got the flavor that I know will drive you crazy.
Hey.
Bye.
Ice cream conversation. Ice cream conversation.